In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Ads locations and how to geographically target your campaigns so that you are targeting the right locations. And I'll also go ahead and share with you a secret setting that's going to save you a ton of money to make sure that you are spending your money in the right places, because if you're seeing that you're serving in states or countries that you shouldn't be, and you're looking at your location targeting and you're wondering why you're targeting those areas, but you've only set it to target specific states, I will show you exactly how to go ahead and fix that. And I'll also talk about how to exclude specific countries and cities and zip codes and so forth. So let's go ahead and dive in here. So once you're in your Google Ads account, I want you to go and go to locations and then select the campaign that you want to set location targeting for. In this example, I have an old campaign in here that's targeting the United States. Now, if you want to change the targeting, then you can go ahead and click this pencil icon and it will show you where you're currently targeting, and it highlights it in blue over here on the right side. Now, there's many different ways that you can target. So number one is by country, then by city, then by region, or postal code. And by region, it's more of like counties. And then you can also do DMA targets. So I'll go ahead and show you some examples here. So you wanted to target a country, let's say Canada. You can certainly add that in here too. And you can even see like different provinces and states here. So I'm going to go ahead and add Canada, and as you can see, as I add it, it's going to be added in blue here on the right side. So you will be able to see on your screen exactly where you'll be targeting. Now, a lot of people will wonder about county too, and we certainly can target civic counties and DMA regions. So based off of the Nielsen DMA regions that are set, we can target around those. So we can select that and have the ads targeting those specific areas. Now notice here that when I select, let's say Los Angeles County, it's already highlighted in blue, and it's highlighted again because I'm already targeting the US, so that's naturally already covering Los Angeles County. So that's just a heads up for you as you're going ahead and adding different locations. You might be going overboard if you're adding locations that are already within a bigger location. So that's that. And then a lot of people wonder, how granular can you get when it comes to targeting your campaign? Well, radius and postal code targeting is very popular. Radius targeting is targeting a radius around a specific address. So you can actually set an address in here or a place name, and it will target around that area. So I'm going to go ahead and just type in Los Angeles International Airport and select 20 miles around it, and then it will show the circle with the 20-mile radius around the LAX airport. So you can do that too. If you want to keep the targeting tight, you can certainly do that. Another thing that you can do is actually target by zip code. So if you want to target by zip code, you'd go back to locations, and then you would go ahead and type in your zip code and select the one that you want to target. So then you would just select that, and then it would pick the zip code. So zip codes are really good if you're trying to target more affluent cities or even lower income cities and just target neighborhoods. This is going to be your best bet in terms of getting your targeting to be as tight as possible. And especially if you are going after a very specific neighborhood or group of neighborhoods. So that's that. And then there's also another option to add locations in bulk. So if you already have the location set and you've already decided on that, instead of like going into here and manually typing it in, you could just have it all written out in a document or Excel file and then just copy and paste it. And then click search, and then it will help you identify the cities, and then you would select those and then save. So that's how you add locations, and those are the different ways that you can go ahead and add the different location targeting. Now I'm going to talk about exclusions. So how can you go ahead and exclude specific locations? Because sometimes you might want to target the whole US, but then you don't want a city in Florida. And it would be such a waste of time to pretty much put every single state within the US and then, put every single city within Florida except for one as a location target. The fastest way to go about doing that type of setup is to target, let's say if you wanted the entire US but then exclude one city within Florida, you would just include the whole US, which is what I have here, and then exclude a city in Florida. And in this case, I'm going to choose Gainesville. And then I'm going to exclude, and then it's going to show in red what we want to exclude. So pretty much here, I'm going to click save, and then you will see when I look at my map that it is targeting every single state within the US minus Gainesville, Florida. So anything in red that you see under excluded is what you are not targeting within what you are excluding from your campaign. So that's how that works. Now, if you're running into an issue on your campaign where you have set up your campaign to target the United States, but you're getting clicks from France, Romania, Ukraine, all these random countries, but you don't have your location set to target those random countries, there is a setting that's really tricky. I'm going to show you how to block and make sure that this does not make you waste budget in other countries. But go to settings here on the left side. And then once you're in under settings, then you will go down to locations. And then within locations, you're going to see where you're targeting. And it's going to show what I had just set. US locations targeting excluded, Gainesville, Florida. Click on locations option. So this is actually the secret that's hiding under everything. This is really tricky. So under location options, which is hidden, you click on that and then you'll see target. You'll see presence or interest, people in, regularly in, or who've shown interest in your targeted locations. And of course, Google puts recommended in, as the main, as the comment next to this, because it wants you to choose this one. And then presence is people in or regularly in your targeted locations. I want to explain the difference between these two settings because this can make or break a campaign and can make a campaign waste thousands of dollars if you're not paying attention. So when you set up a campaign, it is going to default into the presence or interest mode. So presence or interest location targeting means it will target people in, regularly in, or who've shown interest in your targeted locations. So if my target location is the US minus Gainesville, Florida, and I'm targeting presence or interest, then it means that it will target people within the US, regularly in the US, or who've shown interest in the US. So if someone has shown interest in the US that's typing my keywords, they could actually be in another country showing interest in the US. Now that is tricky, and that's probably why if you're seeing your ads appearing in Romania or Ukraine or some other random country that you're not currently targeting, that you are, that's why you're probably wasting a lot of money. So keep this in mind. The best way to keep things tight and targeted is to select this one, presence, people in or regularly in your targeted locations. Now, I wish that there was another way to target that's just people in my targeted locations, because that means it's only people in my targeted locations that it's going to show the ads to. But in here, in this case, they have presence in or regularly in. So let's say that you wanted to target a neighborhood or a county, and let's say that someone is searching for a bankruptcy attorney in Los Angeles County, but they don't live in Los Angeles County, they live in Orange County, but they commute to LA County a lot. Well, they could be served this ad because they are regularly in your targeted locations. So that's tricky. There's no way to fully block that out, but this is a lot more targeted than the first one. So please keep that in mind as you're setting up your campaigns. As you're setting up your campaigns, make sure that you are always choosing presence. There's very few use cases where presence or interest will work. It can work if you are in travel, hospitality, but I try to be very careful. If you are on a limited budget, for a lot of local businesses, this is not the way to go. You'd want to go more for this setting. So go ahead and select presence, click save, and then you will be all set, and making sure that you're not wasting money outside of your targeted areas in another country. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, I would love if you could give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to this channel. I love creating content and sharing it with you guys. I have some free resources in the description below for you to go ahead and download, and I would love to see you in the next video. Thank you.